recovered a fumble at the 45. Play action fake, guns one. It is caught. Touchdown, Spartans. The middle, he's got her hit a scheme. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bixby. Rolls to his right, the pressure as he throws. It's picked off. Interception. It's over. Bixby is the state champion in 6A Division II in Oklahoma.
Hi everyone, and welcome into the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by Midwest Sporting Goods. The Spartans continue their march toward the playoffs, closing out the regular season with a couple more, one at home, one on the road. Speaking of the road, they went on the road this last week, taking on the Sand Spring Sandites at Memorial Stadium. Always a tough place to play, and the man who graced the field at Memorial Stadium at one time, Lauren Montgomery, joins us here. And tough place to play, tough kids. They're not having the year that maybe they've had in the past, Sandites, but you guys got it done and you pitch a shutout. Yeah, very excited, very proud of our defense for coming out and pitching a shutout. As you said, I think that's our third of the year and several very low-scoring ball games, and so our defense has been able to be super aggressive. And it's always, you know, from an alumni perspective, it's always cool to go over there and see some of the old teachers and coaches. I know I got to visit with Coach Lord before the game and our old defense coordinator back when I played, and so it's good. There's a lot of people over there that take pride in their football team, and they are down on just a little bit by their standards the last couple of years, but still a very tough team, very tough opponent, and they're gonna battle you. Yeah, and you always know that they're gonna have pride, and you have to prepare. Speaking of preparation, you guys have been getting some great practice looks from some kids, and we'll talk about our practice players of the week. Yeah, our practice player captain this week, Mason Williams, our starting quarterback, takes every snap of scout team quarterback as well. Gives our guys a very good look, scrambles around, obviously throws the ball very well, and gives our defense a great look. Also, senior running back Tyler Long selflessly takes every snap at scout team tailback, and that is a thankless job going against our defense, I promise you. But Tyler, he's a team player and does a great job. So proud of those two guys and what they're doing to help make our team better. And we've got a lot of guys working hard to make our team better this year, Mark. All right, Spartans on the road at Sand Springs. We're going to have some first half highlights. And by the way, our practice players of the week sponsored by Chick-fil-A. We'll have your highlights coming back. The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Roush Coleman Homes. Improving quality of life, one home at a time. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love for the game. Now at Orthodontics. Live life smiling. Hot Coffee Design. Find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Advanced Plastics. Building partnerships through willingness, versatility, and knowledge. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Billings Construction Group. Our service is unequal. Western Sun Federal Credit Union. TTCU, the credit union. Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Patrick Alford. Matthews Ford. Fleming Construction. Tulsa Bone and Joint. Roofscapes. And by Baker Pools.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
What's really been great about Mazda through the years is that they're not afraid to take risk. They will build a car that is more fun to drive. They'll build a car that has better styling. They're partially artists and they're partially race car drivers. We're excited to sell a new Mazda because it simply means that we know that that client got a really great vehicle.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back to the show. The Spartans taking on the Sand Springs Sandites. Another district game, this one on the road. And as we mentioned, it's a tough place usually to play. You guys have had some great battles with them, too, over the years.
Yeah, I know. Quite a few over the last couple of years. I'm thinking we've played them 12 times now since I've been head coach here at Bixby, and this is my 9th year. So caught them a couple times in the playoffs and had some really, really good ones, some doozies.
This right now is the time to take care of business, and the Spartans do so. Let's take a look at their first half highlights. They're at Memorial Stadium in Sand Springs.
You'll see our offense coming out here in a trips formation, and Mason doing a good job at just being calm, stepping up in the pocket. Finds Luke Krieger on the crossing route, a big catch by Luke Krieger. Luke doing a really nice job for us, and then we fake some speed sweep action right here and actually have a breakdown on the route, have two guys in the same spot, and certainly that's not supposed to happen, but Cade Cavender comes down with the ball for the touchdown. You'll see our defense right there. I think that's Ethan Hall. He and Noah had really good games from their outside linebackers positions. Each of them had 3 sacks, which is just unbelievable when you talk about high school football and the amount that people are throwing the football. Brody Sarton there on a big tackle. Once again, Noah West, one of his big sacks right there, and you'll see several guys, Hayden Haynes and the fellows on the defensive line cleaning up the scraps right there. And you'll see Braden Roller right here on the stretch play, and Braden doing a nice job picking up some yardage over the edge. And then we hit the wide receiver screen right here to Brendan Presley, and Brendan picking up some good positive yards. And then off tackle right here behind Noah West and Kobe Williams, you'll see Braden Roller, and he does a good job keeping it in bounds and having an explosive play right there for his first touchdown of the game, first to 2, I believe. You'll see us getting a great push. I think that's Hayden Haynes up inside Talon Javersack from their defensive line position, getting good pressure right here, and Cade Cavender just having such a good game with his first interception of the game right there, and getting good pressure right there, all the guys rallying up. I think that's Ethan Hall that finally brings the quarterback Pennington down from a long lineage of good athletes over in Sand Springs, and you'll see him running around right there, and finally a host of our guys are able to get him down. And Braylon Presley right here comes in on the counter play and has another explosive play, such a good play for us. The counter play was a really good play for us most of the night. And you see a lot of good stuff there, and you'll see Cade Cavender, Clayton Barber from their safety positions rallying on the bubble screens, doing a good job. They come back and try to hit us with some double moves. Proud of our guys for handling that. And then they try to run the one-back power right there. You'll see Ethan Hall, you'll see Brody Sarton, Ryan Kerr, Hayden Haynes, all in on the tackle for a loss right there. Cade Cavender on the speed sweep, doing a good job of coming downhill. Our defense does a nice job at stretching all the perimeter stuff out wide and letting our safeties come down and make the tackles. And then right there, we get a great quarterback hit. Clayton Barber has just a tremendous interception, and you'll see him stop on a dime right here. One of the more impressive plays. You can see that actually. This game was on Cox Your View, and so you can get an up close and personal look at it. And then we hit the post pattern right here to Cade Cavender, and Cade's so strong, I thought he was going to have another weight room play and drag that dude into the end zone there. And then Braden Roller for his second touchdown of the evening. That takes us to halftime with a score of 28-0.
All right, so the Spartans are rolling on the road. Got a big second half coming your way next.
Your home from the very start is on a very, very tight schedule. And what that ensures is that something's being done on your home every day. Quality is what our reputation is based on. It's the quality that people expect to get when they buy a home. It's the quality they expect to get when they're making the largest purchase of their life.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love in the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
We're back. Spartans on the road at Memorial Stadium. They're in Sand Springs, leading 28-0 as they're at the half. And once again, you're going to pitch the shutout, and the intensity stayed pretty solid throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, we were a little disappointed. Had quite a few dead ball penalties, had several touchdowns called back, and just weren't quite in sync. And the thing that we talked about at halftime was, coming out and cleaning it up. I don't think anybody felt real good about the way we had played in the first half. Felt like we had left quite a few points out there. So I know we were anxious to get back out there and have a better second half.
All right, so the Spartans will try and clean up a little bit here in the second half. Let's take a look at those highlights.
Sand Springs comes back out here trying to establish their run game with a one-back power. Jake Savage in on the tackle from his defensive line position, throwing a bubble screen right there, and you'll see Brennan Presley come up, and then Noah West from his outside linebacker position coming to clean him up. Just a good job right there. And then there's that double move that we had talked about, and Brennan does a nice job of staying back and playing responsibility and comes down with the interception. And right there, another big tackle for loss, another big sack by our defense, and you'll see us flying around. Bear Daniel, I think, out there getting a little work right there, him in on this tackle right there, and fumbled the snap just a little bit, and we're able to go ahead and get another sack on that. And you'll see us right here. We come back with a down and around play right here to Braylon Presley, and Braylon doing a nice job making some guys miss, picking up positive yardage for the young freshman, and Mason Williams dropping back right here, eluding some pressure, and good job from Mason right here sliding. That's one of the things that we've worked on with him, is not taking any senseless hits. And you'll see, not quite sure who jumped on that, but a big fumble recovery right there by our defense. Our defense really pinning our ears back, doing a good job right there. There's Brody Sarton from his linebacker position filling, and Ryan Kerr, Brody Sarton, those inside linebackers, that defensive line doing a good job of just letting our linebackers and defensive backs run around and make some tackles. There's Braden Roller up inside on the power play. Then we come back, we run the down and around play, and Braden does a nice job putting his foot in the ground right here, lowering his head, picking up positive yardage, picks up the first down there. Then we come back here, 4th and short, and we're going to run the two-back power, and Braden does a nice job of bouncing that thing and picking up plus yardage there. We hit the wide receiver screen, and you'll notice Cade Cavender just being physical out at his wide receiver position, blocking his rear end off, gooning as our wide receivers call it. And then Luke Krieger right here on I believe his first varsity touchdown of the year. Luke's really coming on at outside wide receiver, young player we got high hopes for. And then our defense coming out here, you'll notice Bixby Spartans from his linebacker position doing a good job getting downhill. And that takes us to a 35-0 final score mark, and we were only able to score one time in the second half. But once again, our defense held and held the shutout, and I know that's something our guys are very proud of.
All right, so the Spartans with another shutout. Let's take a look at our final stats, which are sponsored by Primo Mitsubishi.
Yeah, obviously, like we mentioned, the score 35-0. 18 first downs to Sand Springs 16. We just had a few more explosive plays. Total offense, we have 416 total yards of offense, 212 of that through the air, 204 on the ground. Sand Springs had 206 yards of total offense, 113 of that coming on the ground. Penalties, we got to clean this up this week. We had 13 penalties for 115 yards. They only had 5. Turnovers, we had 1 turnover, they had 5. So winning in the turnover margin and winning big over the entire season in the turnover margin. Mason Williams, 13 of 22 for 212 through the air rushing. Braden Roller, our leading rusher, had 11 totes for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Braylon Presley had 9 totes for 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving, Cade Cavender, 3 receptions for 118, another 100-yard night for him, 1 touchdown. Brennan Presley had 4 receptions for 36 yards. Luke Krieger, 2 big receptions, and 1 of those for a TD. Bixby Spartans, our leading tackler, with 14 tackles. Noah West, 9 tackles. Cade Cavender, 7 tackles. Ethan Hall, 6 tackles. Sacks, got to have that category on here tonight. Noah West had 3, Ethan Hall had 3. Bear Daniel 1 and Jake Savage 1. So big night, getting pressure on their very talented quarterback, and overall great evening for the Spartans.
And the Spartans, those stats sponsored by Primo Mitsubishi, with a win on the road. Now 2 district games. You have 1 at home and then 1 on the road. But let's just kind of keep 1 in front of us here. And so Shawnee is up next. What do we know about him?
Well, very talented running back, a good quarterback. They got some good players all over the field. I've been impressed with their offensive line watching them. So we're going to have to be prepared there. And then we've also got senior night. And so our guys are going to want to go out well, execute well. I know there will be lots of families there, and it'll be an emotional night for the mamas. The players probably not so much. But we want to go out and execute and look really well, and got our work cut out for us with a very good Shawnee team.
And Coach Brown's been there quite a while.
Yes, he's been there a long time, and you can tell just by breaking down on film they know what they're doing.
All right, Spartans and the Shawnee Wolves. That's coming up next this Friday night at 7 o'clock there at Lee Snyder Field, Spartan Stadium. We're going to talk about our Player of the Week when we come back.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At Roush Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
What's really been great about Mazda through the years is that they're not afraid to take risk. They will build a car that is more fun to drive. They'll build a car that has better styling. They're partially artists and they're partially race car drivers. We're excited to sell a new Mazda because it simply means that we know that that client got a really great vehicle.
Welcome back to the show, and it's time for our Now Orthodontics Player of the Week. Junior safety receiver Trevin Holt joins us on the show. Trevin, good to have you, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about your season so far as Player of the Week. Good game against the Sandites, and you guys are really starting to click.
Yeah, we're really becoming a team. We're growing together on both sides of the ball.
Let's talk about both sides of the ball. In your case, playing both sides. Offensively, how do you feel like you've progressed as a receiver?
I've really taken blocking seriously because it's a key when you have Brendan Presley, Clayton Barber running right behind you, Bubbles. So it's a big deal, and you got to take that seriously.
All right, so blocking, that's a key,
yes, sir.
Key part of your game, and obviously being physical, then that takes us into defense and the physicality on that side of the ball. Which side do you prefer, by the way? Or are you equally happy?
Equally happy, but I really like defense because I'm really beginning to start hitting people. I like the feeling of that.
All right, and you guys are clicking defensively. You might speak to that. Just tell me about how that defense, another shutout, all the components come together to make that happen.
Right. I think it's our coaching talking us up that we need to be dominant and that we shouldn't expect anything other than a shutout. And it's all of us working together at practice. Our scout teams, for sure, they give us great looks. And the best looks are better than sometimes what we see on the field.
And you see with that group, it seems like you guys have just a lot of pride.
Yes, yes. With our linebackers, it's easy for us safeties, for our fits. And then our D-line does the job for the pass rush.
All right, well, great season so far. We know that's going to continue on a couple more games and get in the playoffs. And let's just kind of talk about you personally and also your other sport that you enjoy playing, baseball, and dividing time between those two.
Yeah, it is hard with summer ball too, but when it's football season, it's football season. So I mainly look at football, and then once December comes, then I'll transition over to baseball.
All right, and you still have some football to play.
Right, yes, for sure.
All right, couple games and into the playoffs. We appreciate you stopping by. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Trevin Holt, Jr. We'll see more good things out of him the rest of this year and next year coming up. We'll talk about our little guys, our youth team of the week when we come back.
Your home from the very start is on a very, very tight schedule. And what that ensures is that something's being done on your home every day. Quality is what our reputation is based on. It's the quality that people expect to get when they buy a home. It's the quality they expect to get when they're making the largest purchase of their life.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Your home from the very start is on a very, very tight schedule. And what that ensures is that something's being done on your home every day. Quality is what our reputation is based on. It's the quality that people expect to get when they buy a home. It's the quality they expect to get when they're making the largest purchase of their life.
Welcome back to the show. It's time for our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week. We head to 7th grade Blue. Shane Roller joins us here on the show. Shane, good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about your 7th grade team, and we'll get into some highlights. But overall, how's your season gone?
It's been really good. You know, we've had a real successful, season this year. We were, I think, 7-1. So looking forward to the playoffs. They start next week. So. Making this final push before then.
All right, so one more game, and we're going to get into some highlights, and let's talk about your offense a little bit, and talk about some of the key players there.
Offensively, we've put up a lot of numbers. I think 35 plus in 6 of our 8 games. So we have a kid named RJ Kennedy, really big boy that can run fast and catch. We spread him out wide. We throw it to him. We get it to him on jet sweeps and put the ball in his hand. Makes people miss. You know, we got tons of people who can score. You know, we have a great line that makes it easy for those guys to score touchdowns. But we got a bunch of guys that are special running the ball and catching.
All right, let's talk about defensively. You got a lot of kids that can make some plays over there as well.
Yeah, we do. We have 11 guys that like to fly around, like to hit. So it's going to be real special watching these guys move on to junior high and high school. Not only my 7th grade team, but the other 7th grade teams have real successful teams as well. So it's going to be great to see them combine and make a push through junior high and high school.
And you got a lot of numbers in that grade as well.
We do. I think we have close to 70.
Mm-hmm. And you've had these kids all the way through, I believe, and now you're about to turn them over. How tough is that going to be to hand over the keys to that whole group?
That's not going to be tough at all. Hopefully we did our job to show them the basics and fundamentals of football and make the junior high and high school coach's job a little bit easier. But it's not going to be hard to sit back in the stands and watch those guys excel, hopefully.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you about ready to do that? Just kind of watch some football?
Not yet, but here in a couple weeks I'll be ready to do it after playoffs.
All right, Shane. Well, listen, we appreciate your time, and good luck the rest of the way and into the playoffs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Shane Roller in our Midwest Sporting Goods Youth Team of the Week, 7th grade Blue. That will do it this week for the Spartans. Back at home, one of 2 left on the schedule, taking on the Shawnee Wolves at Spartan Stadium, Lee Snyder Field, 7 o'clock. We'll see you next time. The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, put some Midwest best on you. Roush Coleman Homes, improving quality of life one home at a time. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Now in Orthodontics, live life smiling. Hot Coffee Design. Find us at hotcoffeedesign.com. Advanced Plastics. Building partnerships through willingness, versatility, and knowledge. Car Country by Nelson, where you'll be treated like a superstar. Billings Construction Group. Our service is unequaled. Western Sun Federal Credit Union. TTCU, the credit union. Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Patrick Alford. Matthews Ford, Fleming Construction, Tulsa Bone and Joint, Roofscapes, and by Baker Pools.